Clearly, the ongoing threats of the credit card companies are not having the impact as voters seem to understand intuitively the fairness of the law and the positive impact it has not only on consumers, but on retailers of all types and sizes. Credit card companies are still able to charge the interchange fee for the purchase price of the product or service. Retailers should not have to pay a fee on a tax they are collecting for the state and units of local government or on the tips consumers leave for team members. If you haven't already, I'd also encourage you to read about the antitrust lawsuit the U.S. Department of Justice filed yesterday against Visa. In it, the U.S. Department of Justice alleges Visa imposed or threatened to impose higher fees on merchants that used other payment networks to process debit transactions. As you'll hear today, these fees are paid by merchants who have no choice but to pass them along to consumers, which the Justice Department said hits younger and lower income consumers the hardest.
As far as their claim, when this was debated at the tail end of session, they said it's going to ultimately bring about chaos, being able to segregate the goods and services versus sales tax and tips, and it could lead to people swiping twice. Is that a concern that retailers have of possibly imposing that burden on the consumer?
No, in fact, think about it, it's laughable on its face. When you go to any place that does tips, right, does your card get swiped twice? No, the server takes it, swipes it, brings it back, then you put in your amount, right? Then they enter in the amount. They don't swipe your card twice. They do that today. Furthermore, on business-to-business transactions, they report all of the elements separately. And then they just package it in different services that they try to sell back to the retailer in I forget what it was called, IntelliCast or Intelligence or Telelinks, something like that is Visa's product in that regard. All of these elements are already in place. They already do it. That is a well-known and well-tried scare tactic that has no basis in fact or experience.
But running a small business is not easy. Every penny counts. High credit card fees only make it difficult to make ends meet. This new law means that we no longer have to pay those fees on sales tax and tips. That tangible savings will allow us to assist more of the customers in need. That includes hiring individuals from the community experiencing homelessness, returning citizens, and underserved populations